hinges on a win tonight. A win tonight keeps their 2-seed hopes alive. A loss means they will be 3rd seed no matter what happens Saturday against the Bulldogs. Just about ready for action. Terriers in the first half will go from left to right. Davidson right to left. Wofford at home in the whites with the black letters and numbers. The gold trim. Davidson on the road in red. White letters and numbers and the black trim. We change the load. Comes up against Stephen Marshall. Ball 3 at the midcourt stripe. And it is handled by the Davidson Wildcats as Michael Bree comes out of there with it. Bree playing the point guard position, starting for the injured Ali Tan. Angling right with his dribble against Donald Davis. Out of man-to-man defense. His post pass inside is stolen away by Alfred Forbes. Starzy Walker for the Terriers on the left wing as the Wildcats will open in a man-to-man set. Forbes high up on the right side, holds over his head, hounded out there. Goes on the right wing now to Walker. Walker guarded there by Arege, gets it in the paint to Deloach. Ball out of his hands, a steal for Davidson, and Hallbauer, his outlet pass down the floor, out of bounds, last touch by Deloach over the baseline, as Hallbauer tried to send the ball all the way down the court to Landry Kozmalski. The officials checking the possession arrow. Still scoreless, 40 seconds in. Wildcats will inbound over the baseline. Donald Davis steals Hallbauer's pass, but it's out of his hands and taken away by Arege. Wildcats have it in the forecourt. Kozmalski on the right wing. Low block to Marshall, where he's double-teamed by Deloach. Davis steps through, hits the cutter down the lane. Scooping layup with the right hand is good off the window by point guard Michael Bree. Nice job to penetrate when the Terriers went into their double team, and a good step through for the beat. 2-0 Davidson leading. Now Davis going to try to take Bree to the hole, drives with the right hand, and Michael Bree is called for a touch foul. That'll be one on the freshman point guard Bree. And the first on the team. Terriers will inbound, trailing 2-0, 18:57 to play in the first half. Inbounds pass knocked out of bounds by Bree out of the hands of Davis. Ball over the sideline will remain in the Terriers' possession, and Starzy Walker will trigger it in from just inside the midcourt stripe. Terriers will run a two-man stack, looking to the set play off the inbound. He comes into Davis. He'll be picked up by Bree. Donald, a senior, Bree, a freshman. Davis works the floor with his left hand, left wing out high to Ian Chadwick. Right-handed move around his man, gets past Arege and scores with a right-handed lay-in. Ian Chadwick lays to the basket, exploding around the defender, and the Terriers tied at 2. Now at the other end, Hallbauer, three-pointer left wing short. Rebound in the paint for Arege, wants to scoop to the basket. He was fouled as he goes up for the shot. Crowd was looking for a travel first, but we get a Terrier foul before the shot called against Ian Chadwick. One on Chadwick, that's one on the team. And the Wildcats will inbound over the end line. Hallbauer gets it in along the baseline for Arege, but Chadwick does a nice job to bat it back out of bounds. So once again, the Wildcats will inbound. This time, Bree will be the honors. Tied at 2. Bree looking to trigger it in. Gets it in on the left block to Arege. Offensive foul. Came before the shot as he tried to wheel and go up over Chadwick. Ian drew the contact and hit the floor. And Amika Arege, 6'4" sophomore, picks Starzy had 6 3-pointers as part of a 22-for-8 performance in his last ball game. Hallbauer running right side of the lane for Davidson, goes up for a one-handed runner and scores over Walker. Walker's lead is 5-4. Dave Hallbauer out of Croatia with a bucket. For the Terriers, here's Forbes up top, picks up his dribble. Somebody's got to come to the ball as he's hounded out there by Kozmalski, gets away to Chadwick. Chadwick pumps bodies with Hallbauer, gives it up top to Davis. Davis between his legs with the dribble, left wing Walker. Starzy for 3, no good, but he's fouled by Bree. And Starzy Walker about to get 3 free throws. Tell you what, Davidson already without their all-conference point guard in Ali Tan, and now Michael Bree, the freshman, starting at the point spot, has just picked up his second personal foul, 3 on the team. And Bergman, a 6'3" shooter from Elk Grove, Illinois, about to check in. He'll take over at the point, I would imagine. Starzy Walker's first of 3 free throws is good. 4 points now for Starzy, a 64% free throw shooter. He's got 2 to go. And now the officials will correct the substitution. They let Bergman enter the game in instead of in place of Breed. Bergman has to wait until the second free throw is taken by Starzy Walker under the rules. Shot rattles and drops. 5 now for Walker. 7-4 Terriers lead, and now into the ball game for the Wildcats, Jeff Bergman. Starzy Walker has been in double figures 2 consecutive games, 10 of his last 11. Third shot is short this time. Rebound comes down to Davidson and Landry Kozmowski. Terriers with a 7-4 lead, 17:33 to play in the half. Hallbauer back to the basket on the right wing. Kicks it out, right side to Arege. Arege in the corner to Hallbauer. Wants to go underneath for Marshall, and Marshall is fouled from behind. I believe by Rashain Deloach. Sure was. 1 on Rashain, 2 on the team. And the Wildcats will inbound over the baseline. Walker staying in their man-to-man defense. Ball will be triggered in by Bergman. Bergman, right block, comes inside to Kozmowski. Goes up for the shot. Checked by Forbes. A block shot. Ball over to Wofford. A held ball situation. Ball over to the Terriers. Alfred Forbes, who is among the conference leaders in blocks. 10th in the conference in blocking shots. Blocked that shot right there. Got all ball, a check ball, and the ball goes over to the Terriers, leading 7-4. Chadwick high up on the right side, hits Walker, cutting right side of the lane, cut off by Hallbauer. He'll work it back outside with his dribble. Starzy up top to Forbes, had a look from 18, instead goes to the floor, puts up a 15-footer over Kozmowski at short. And Bergman, the guard, collapses for the rebound. Other direction for Davidson up top. Here's Marshall on the high post, right wing to Arege. Wofford with a 7-4 lead. Arege backs away with a left-handed dribble against Chadwick, gives it back up top to Hallbauer, who will run the offense. Hallbauer, right wing to Arege, 18 on the shot clock, wants to run baseline, and he's called for the charge. Ian Chadwick takes a second straight charge on the defensive end. Ball call goes against D'Amica Arege. That's 2 on him, 4 on the team. Terriers will now substitute wholesale. Hasty, Largent, and Fryer in. Walker and Davis out. So you've got Hasty, Largent, Fryer, Forbes, and Chadwick out there for Wofford. Fryer coming off a career high, 9 points in the win over Furman on Saturday. Largent, left baseline to Forbes. Alfred with a 15-footer, he's got it. Alfred's first 2 points give the Terriers a 9-4 lead. We're under 16 and a half minutes to play in the first half. Bergman works to the right wing with his dribble, slides left off a screen, pops a 16-footer and hits it from dead ahead. Nice ball movement, or actually ball handling by Jeff Bergman. And Wofford's lead is 9-6. John Fryer out front for the Terriers, sophomore from Hampton, Virginia. Soft pass to the right wing to Fryer. Fryer. Right wing tries to drive right around 2 Wildcats, goes in for the leaning layup and hits it. John Fryer skirting around Arege, then leaned into the big man at the other end and scored. Driving right side of the basket. Wofford up 11-6. Hallbauer high up on the left side for the Wildcats, guarded by Colin Largent out of the man-to-man. Scissors to his left with the dribble, runs into Forbes, loses the ball. Steal for Alfred, running 2-on-2. He'll pop off the glass from 8 off the dribble and hit it from the right side. 4 points down for Forbes, and the Wildcats Forbes continue to hit 5 of 10 from the floor against Furman on will inbound underneath their own basket. Stephen Marshall gets it in near side of the floor to Bergman in the backcourt. Bergman working the floor with the right hand, picks up. Far side now to Hallbauer. Double team to the midcourt strike. Pass stolen by Chadwick. Runs the floor, and he missed the dunk. Ian Chadwick trying to dunk the ball in transition. Missed the shot off the back of the rim. He has not dunked all season. Wofford still with a 13-6 lead. A little too much adrenaline right there for the sophomore. Danny Ebong is checked in for Davidson. Down the left wing, here's Bergman. Bergman trying to back in on Fryer. Up top to Marshall, 3-point circle. He'll shoot from there every now and then. Left wing to Hallbauer. Now Bergman runs the paint. He'll kick it away to Marshall. Double teamed in on the block. Fights it up to a triple team now. Layup won't go as it rims out. Chadwick with the rebound. Terriers on the run. Forbes down the floor. He gets his pocket picked by Hallbauer. Hallbauer in the other direction for Davidson as they come down the floor. 4-on-3. They'll pull it out. Wofford with a 13-6 lead. Out front, here's Ebong. Ebong wants to split defenders as he's double teamed at the right elbow, and he is fouled as he tries to go between Forbes and Fryer to get Alfred Forbes for his first personal, 3rd on the team, and we will get a break in the action. 14:35 to play in the first half here from the Ben Johnson Arena. Wofford first company to supply everything they need to complete their largest projects. But did you know that Clement Lumber is also the place to go for those homeowners projects of yours? Clement Lumber can supply everything you need to build a
a deck, repair a floor, or whatever else you need to do around your home, Clement Lumber delivers free anywhere within Spartanburg or Tryon Lumber in Landrum.
Left Bergman in for Bree, who is sitting with 2 fouls, will inbound on the right wing to Ebong, up top to Hallbauer, pounded by freshman Kohlenbarger. Down the right wing, Bergman will get it in the low post to Chad Holmes at 6'9", who is checked in, and he misses with the hook shot over Kenny Hasty. Hasty turns and has the defensive rebound. Terriers with the ball up 7. Walker up top to Alfred Forbes. Alfred directing traffic as the Wildcats have gone over to a 2-3 zone. Donald Davis, right wing Starzy Walker, baseline to Hasty, ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds to Wofford. The steal almost made by 6'4" freshman Brian Turner out of Simmonston, New Jersey. First time we've seen him in the game tonight. Turner averages 3.5 points per game. Walker lobs it in out high to Donald Davis, who will set the offense. 15 on the shot clock. Davis started out there by Hallbauer, right wing to Largent. Left side to Ford, pass knocked out of his hands by Turner, out of bounds far sideline. Now the Terriers have 9 seconds to shoot. 7-point Wofford lead. Ian Chadwick will check back in, perhaps in a situation to free him up on a set play to get off a quick shot. Largent will come out, though this may be momentary. Inbounds pass, far sideline to Davis, 30 feet away. Davis shakes to his right, double team, throws it away behind Starzy Walker, out of bounds into the Wildcat net. Over for Donald Davis, who turned the ball over 4 times against Furman the other night, but has handled the ball well as of late. 13-6 Terriers lead. Wildcats with the ball, 13:45 to play in the first half. Hallbauer running the point up top, angling left with his dribble. Terriers have now gone to their matchup zone. Ebong out front. Right wing to Bergman. Bergman playing to the left elbow break. Great bullet pass goes underneath to Holmes, goes up the shot. He's fouled. Lay in left side of the basket. Will not go as it hung on the rim, but he'll get a couple of free throws. Starzy Walker rotating over on the backside to pick him up. Calls for his first personal. That's 4 on the team. And now to the line for Davidson, Chad Holmes out of Leamington, Michigan. 6'9" senior, averaging 7.5 points per game. He is a 62% free throw shooter, and he's short with the first of 2. We'll get another, still 13-6, Terriers leading it. Chad spells his first name with 2 P's. One bit unique. Second shot, clangs it off the back iron, no good. Chadwick boxes out on Bergman. Ian with the rebound, he'll race into the forecourt. Against the zone, right wing Forbes, back up top to Ian Chadwick. Chadwick wants to go forward the left hand, left wing to Davis, back out front to Chadwick, blocked by Hallbauer, out of the zone. Chadwick back out front to Davis. Donald wants to go forward the right hand, left wing to Walker, 3 feet behind the arc. Davis up top, 13 on the shot clock. Terriers standing around. Davis, left wing Walker, Starzy for 3. It's another. Starzy's got 7 points. That's his second three of the ball game, and Walker's lead is 10, 16-6. We're just under 13 minutes to play in the half. For the Wildcats on the right wing, Bergman, as the Terriers play their matchup zone. Up top, Hallbauer. He goes on the left wing out to Turner. Pops off the dribble, 18-footer over Walker. Walker, Ebong with an acrobatic putback. And Ebong with a fine effort on the offensive glass puts one in. And it's 16-8. Terriers lead the Wildcats. Ian Chadwick on the right wing again against that zone. Chadwick, down speed, left elbow to Forbes. Left wing Walker, ball fake on Ebong. Pulls up for an 18-footer off the dribble, missed it. And the rebound comes down to Davidson at Holmes. Long outlet down the floor for Ebong. Knifes to the basket after a crossover move, and he lays it in with the right hand, skipping around Donald Davis. Wildcats now in a 4-0 run. Walker's lead is 16-10. Donald into the forecourt for Walker. Right wing down to Chadwick. Back up top to Davis. Davis drops it underneath to Hasty. Ball fake. Shot misses from in close. Missed from the left block over Holmes. Hallbauer with the rebound. Wants to run coast to coast. Goes on the right wing to Bergman. Back up to Hallbauer. Hallbauer behind the arc. 3 feet behind. Left wing Turner. Long three-pointer. No good. Rebound skied for him. Hauled in by Bergman. His putback won't go, but the ball is tipped in by Chad Holmes. Chad Holmes making an impact on the offensive glass, and suddenly the Terrier lead has been trimmed to 16-12. 11:30 to play in the first half. For Wofford, here's Davis out front. Terriers having all sorts of trouble with the zone. zone. Chadwick's going to try and bust it with a long three-pointer from the right wing. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. We've got a held ball, possession arrow. Now we're going to get a timeout taken before the possession, and then call for the timeout before we get the held ball. So Davidson uses another big man entering the ball game in Chad Holmes, a 6'9" senior. Also, Davidson's giving the Terriers fits offensively. 16-12 Wofford leads for the Wildcats. High up on the right side, Bergman. Bergman, right corner to Ebon. Started out there by Deloach. Back up top to Bergman. Right wing again to Ebon. Ebon up top to Turner. Turner guarded by Chadwick out of the zone. Lobs his backdoor underneath to Kozmowski. Got behind Forbes and has the uncontested lay-in. Wofford's lead is down to 2. 10:50 to play in the first half. It's 16-14. Walker on the left wing against that 2-3 zone. Up top to Davis. Right wing Ian Chadwick. Chadwick slides left with his dribble. Davis left baseline to Forbes. Around Kozmowski. Goes up for the shot. Kozmowski blocked it from behind. Bergman in a hurry up the floor for Davidson. Angles right with his dribble. Picked up by Walker. Right corner. Three-pointer put up and scored by Hallbauer. And the Wildcats have come all the way back to take a 17-16 lead. Davidson on an 11-0 run. That's 5 points now for Hallbauer. Terriers down a point. Donald Davis, right wing, Starzy Walker. Walker up top to Davis. Davis slides left with his dribble. Left side to Chadwick. About 5 feet behind the arc. Back up top to Davis. Guarded by Hallbauer. Walker out front Davis. Donald for 3. Missed it back iron. Rebound Kozmowski. Wildcats on the run. They lead by a point. Hallbauer to the foul line with his dribble. Picks up right wing to Bergman. Bergman back out to Hallbauer. Hallbauer right wing again to Bergman against Chadwick. Low block comes to Ebon. His pass deflected by Davis. Taken away by Walker. Starzy on his way up the floor. Has the ball knocked away out of bounds by Hallbauer. The Terriers will maintain possession at the far side. Wofford still trying to solve this 2-3 Davidson zone. Terriers trailing 17-16. Davis high up on the left side to Chadwick. Back up top, Donald Davis slides right with his dribble. Right wing to Walker. Back out to Davis. Davis right wing, Starzy Walker again. Terriers need to reverse the ball or do something to open things up. 15 on the shot clock. Davis scissors to his right with the dribble. Right wing Walker. Starzy hits another three-pointer. That's the way to break the zone. Starzy Walker with his third break. And Wofford breaks the 11-0 Wildcat run. Terriers now lead 19-17 with 9:10 to play in the first half. Turner out front Ebon. Lobs it low for Kozmowski. Gets Forbes off his feet with a head fake and lays it in. 4 points now for Landry Kozmowski. This game is tied at 19. Donald Davis will ease into the forecourt for the Terriers. Still looking at a 2-3 zone. Davis out front. Going to put up a 3 off. Sliding off the dribble, and he will bury it from the left side. Donald Davis trying to open up the zone as he buries the 3. Terriers up 3. At the other end, Hallbauer off the dribble. Misses a three-pointer from dead ahead. Chadwick with the rebound. Gets through a double team into the forecourt for the bullet pass to Walker. Walker up top, Ian Chadwick. Terriers leading 22-19. Chadwick runs left side of the lane. Pops an 8-footer and misses. Turner with the rebound. He'll look to push for the Wildcats now. He'll ease it into the forecourt. Davis backs at him, but Turner comes away with the ball. He'll go up top to Hallbauer to start things for the Wildcats. 8:14 to play in the first half. Left corner, three-pointer put up by Turner. It's an air ball long. You'll hear the crowd, and Alfred Forbes has the uncontested rebound on the weak side. Terriers with it up 3. Forbes hands back off to Donald Davis, who will start things up. Left wing out high to Walker, back up to Davis. Right side to Chadwick, guarded there by Turner. Now Hallbauer out of his own. Back up to Davis. Davis slides left off a pick, picked up by Bergman. Right wing to Chadwick, 13 on the shot clock. Davis, three-pointers, got another. Donald Davis has 6, and the Terriers now lead 25-19. Wofford deciding against this zone. We're going to keep bombing away from the outside till you come out of it. The Terriers have hit their last 2 trips. For the Wildcats, in on the low block. Ebon wants to spin left baseline around Deloshi's call for the travel, and we've got a media timeout. 7 minutes and take a 1-minute break here on AM 950 WSPA.
The You like your car and the way it runs, but not the way it looks? Uh-oh, better get Maaco during their annual half-price sale for Maaco's Supreme Paint Service. Usually $449.95. Now
Gets to go on an 11-0 run and claim a 1-point lead. The Terriers have come back strong. Starzy Walker 3 of 3 from outside the arc. Donald Davis 2 of 3. And now Wofford with a 25-19 lead. 7:25 to play in the first half. Terriers going left to right in white with Davis breaking the press into the forecourt. Terriers have the ball. Davis right baseline up to Deloach. Wildcats have gone back to their man-to-man defense. Davis on the left wing. Going to put up another three and another. Donald Davis has 3 threes. He's got 9 points. And the Terriers are back up by 9. 28-19. Davis steals the ball for 3. Davis runs 2-on-2. Ball knocked out of his hands from behind by Bergen out of bounds over the baseline. Wofford will get the ball back. Terriers in this game have hit 6 3-pointers. 3 by Walker, now 3 by Donald Davis. Walker coming off that 22-point effort the other night against Harlan, in which he really went nuts from the field. 4 of 6 from outside the arc, 9 of 13 overall. Hallbauer back into the Wildcat lineup. Amika Irege will check out. Chad Holmes will also come out. Colin Largent is checked in for the Terriers. Largent lobs it out high to Chadwick, guarded by Hallbauer. Right wing to Largent. Freshman out of Hickory, North Carolina. Up top to Donald Davis. Right wing to Largent. He'll put up a 3. That's a little bit much. No good. And the rebound comes down to Kozmowski as he had position on Bishop Ravenel. Wofford's lead is 9. Right wing for the Wildcats. Hallbauer lobs it in high to Marshall. Nice catch with the left hand, but he also stepped on the end line out of bounds. Even Marshall had to leave his feet to haul in a high pass with his left paw, but he stepped down the baseline. In fact, football assistant coach Lee Hannigan, head soccer coach John Blair were right there to help the official make the call, pointing to the baseline. Pryor, Ravenel, Walker, Chadwick, and Deloach out there for Walker. 34 to play in the first half. Clock running. Terriers up 28-19. Davidson has gone back to the zone. Pryor watched out front by Bree. Slides left with his dribble. Up top, Largent. Right wing, Chadwick. Wide open three-pointer off the screen is good. Ian Chadwick joins the party with his first trade. 5 points for Chadwick. Other direction with the Terriers up 12. Three-pointer put up dead ahead and scored by Landry Kozmowski off the secondary break. Kozmowski has 7. Wofford's lead is 31-22. Pryor takes his time into the forecourt. High up on the right side to Chadwick. Chadwick back out front to Pryor. Chadwick angling left with his dribble. Goes left wing to Largent into the corner with it now. Colin back out high on the left side to Pryor. Out front Chadwick. Slides right with his dribble. Right corner to Ravenel. Nowhere to go as he's guarded by Ebon. Now Pryor between his legs with the dribble. Wheels into the paint. Pulls up. This is a 10-footer over Bree. Rebound front court comes down to Kozmowski. Davidson has the ball. Wofford leading 31-22. 5:31 to play in the half. Bree up top Marshall. Thought about a 3 over Deloach. Instead goes right side to Bree. Up top to Hallbauer. Hallbauer lobs it low to Kozmowski. Posting up against Ravenel. Back up to Bree. Bree sliding left with his dribble. Going to put up an 18-footer. It rims out. Rebound comes down to Marshall. Up and under the basket. He scores from the right side of the lay-in. First 2 points for Stephen Marshall as he puts one back. Terriers up 31-24. Walker and Davis get ready to check back in. Davidson has gone back to that 2-3 zone. 5 minutes to play in the half. Pryor working left off his dribble. Picks up a pick from Deloach, but he's still cut off. Chadwick, long three-pointer right side. In and out. Foul call on the rebound. They get Bishop Ravenel for bumping Michael Green. That'll be Ravenel's first. 5 on the team. Wholesale substitutions now for both sides. Forbes, Walker, and Davis back into the Terrier lineup along with Kenny Hasty. So you've got those 4 out there for Walker, along with Donald Davis, who remains. Davidson now with Kozmowski, Bree, Hallbauer, Marshall, and Amika Irege, who is checked back in. 7-point Terrier lead. Marshall, 3-pointer left wing, no good. A little bit short. Rebound, Irege, contact. He goes up with a putback and scores. 6'4" sophomore, and Amika Irege with his first bucket. Richard Johnson claiming they were pushed off to get the board, but the call doesn't come. 5-point Terrier lead, 31-26. Ian Chadwick up top to Davis. Davis guarded by Bree. Right wing to Chadwick. Chadwick gives it back to Donald Davis. Donald directing traffic. Left wing out of Walker. Walker against the zone, back up to Davis. 13 on the shot clock for Donald. Off a pick from Hasty, three-pointer dead ahead, in and out. Ball comes down to Marshall. Davidson on the run. Here comes Bree in the other direction, runs right side of the lane, right wing, wide open look. Three-pointer for Hallbauer is good. Davor Hallbauer, a tough shooter from outside the arc, 10th in the conference in three-pointers. Now just a two-point cushion. Terriers will use a 20-second timeout. We're finding out why the Wildcats are 10-4 in conference play. We're also finding out why they went to the NCAA tournament last year. 31-29. Wofford will inbound in the backcourt. Davidson coming with a three-quarters trap of their own. Davis, far side of the floor, backcourt to Walker. Starzy will break the timeline with a left-handed dribble. Picks up, comes near side with a bullet pass to Davis at the midcourt circle. Left wing, Chadwick thought about a three, but Hallbauer got in the way. Back up to Donald Davis. Donald working the floor at the right hand, guarded by Bree. Right wing now to Chadwick, return to Davis. Davis out front, 9 on the shot clock for Walker. Left corner Chadwick, three-pointer over Marshall is good. Got a hand in his face to boot. 8-3 and Chadwick, that's two plays. Wofford leading 34-29. Here's Bree up top, gives it away to Hallbauer. Right side of the lane to Kosmalski, guarded by Forbes. Out front for the bullet pass to Bree. Works to the left baseline with his dribble. Entry pass with a bounce feed comes to Marshall. Double team by Hasty and Forbes. And what do we have? A whistle and the ball will go over to Wofford. It's Stephen Marshall, I believe. Stepped down the end line. Terriers get the ball. 3:04 to play in the half. Wofford has it, leading 34-29. Alfred Forbes high up on the right side in the forecourt, gives it back midcourt circle to Davis. Davidson spreading that zone a little bit more. More of a 3-2 look now for the Wildcats. Walker on the left wing, high up on the left side to Davis. Donald slides left with his dribble. Baseline feed to Walker. Starzy for three. Missed it this time. First miss of the night. Rebound Marshall. Here come the Wildcats pushing. Bree into the forecourt up top. Wants to slide left off a pick from Marshall. Goes left wing now to Arege. Back up to Bree. Out front to Kosmalski. On the right wing now to Hallbauer. Robs it low to Marshall. Double teamed on the left block. Dribbles back out front. Cross court pass comes away. Left corner to Bree. Bree out front to Arege. 12 on the shot clock. Off a scissors dribble. Gets around Davis. Misses a 12-footer. Gets his own rebound. Sticks it back. 4 points now for Emeka Arege. And the Terrier lead is 34-31 over the Wildcats. We have 2:05 to play in the half. Ian Chadwick, left wing to Starzy Walker. Walker looking for an entry pass. Instead goes back up to Chadwick. High on the right side to Donald Davis. Davis slides right between two defenders. Puts up a running scoop layup. No. Missed it a little bit short. The rebound comes down to Kosmalski. Wildcats down 3. Into the forecourt. Bree runs all the way into the paint. Pass into the lane is stolen by Chadwick. Nice job by Ian to step into the passing lane. Chadwick, other end of the floor on the left wing, will pull it back out. Ian Chadwick already with his third steal tonight. Ian has averaged nearly 3 steals a game over the last month. Donald Davis, right wing to Walker. Terriers with it, leading 34-31. 1:20 to play in the half. Walker, down speed left side to Chadwick. Nice catch on a poor pass. Down speed inside to Hasty, recovers it. Gets it back out to Chadwick. Ian hits a three-pointer, falling away. Kenny Hasty fell down as he made that pass as 2 players were on him. Now for the Wildcats at the other end. Shot put up and missed by Marshall from the left block off the glass. Rebound comes down to the Terriers. Wofford up 37-31. Chadwick up top Davis. Ball fake on Arege. Puts up a 12-footer off the dribble. Misses from the left side of the lane. Ball out of bounds to Davidson. 50.8 seconds to play in the half. Richard Johnson and Mike Young quite upset. Couple of trips down the floor on the offensive end for the Wildcats. Stephen Marshall has really thrown his elbows after getting feeds in on the low post. Terriers wanting an offensive foul call, and they have yet to see one happen in that situation. Marshall is yet to commit a foul. We've got under 50 seconds to play in the half. Davidson on their way up the floor. They trail by 6. On the left wing, here's Bergman. Bergman drives to his right off the screen. Pulls up for an 18-footer. Missed it. An air ball short. Margin with the rebound. Outlet down the floor for Davis in the paint. Wants to feed Walker with a pass behind him. Starzy never saw it coming. It's off his leg and out of bounds to the Wildcats. Shot clock is off. 33 seconds to play in the half, and now it looks like the Wildcats, trailing 37-31, will hold for the final shot of the first half. for Davidson. High up on the right side, here's Hallbauer, guarded out there by Donald Davis. Right wing now to E-Ball, back up to Hallbauer. 16 seconds to play. Hallbauer along the far sideline, ball stolen. Donald Davis running 2-on-1 with Forbes, wants to shovel for Alfred. He loses the ball. It comes off the scramble by Alfred, and he lays it in. Great job by Colin Larson to create a turnover. Wofford up 8 at the buzzer. Shot put up and missed by to the half for Wofford. The fast break didn't go well as Donald Davis lost the ball out of his hands, but Starzy Walker was there to clean up the mess. Found Alfred Forbes off the to his left. Baseball pass to the center of the floor to Forbes, and he called a timeout before he stepped out of bounds. Terriers have the ball at the midcourt stripe at the far sideline with 5.3 seconds to go. Boy, Forbes caught the ball and immediately called timeout, and it was a good thing because he was on his way out of bounds. 5.3 seconds left. Terriers down 4. And Wofford has, to my knowledge, 1 timeout remaining, as do the Wildcats. Our next Terrier broadcast will come your way from Charleston. Yet another rivalry game as the Terriers will take on the Citadel on Saturday night. That'll be a 7:15 tip-off time next week from Greensboro. Terriers original starting 5 out there, minus Deloach. Dorenthia White is in the game, and now Davidson will use, I believe, their final timeout. Far side of the floor, just inside the midcourt stripe. They've got to do things quick. Donald Davis will be your trigger man. Davis has nobody open, gets it up top to Starzy Walker. Nice catch, three-pointer. Good. 2.7 seconds to go. Starzy Walker hits an off-balance 3 from about 4 feet behind the arc. Now the officials are discussing something. 2.7 seconds on possession of the basketball at the midcourt stripe. Bergen's first shot no good. 67-66, Davidson up the point. Another key to the technical foul. I believe they get the ball at the midcourt stripe as opposed to underneath the basket. Second shot down again. Well, 67-66. 67-66. Davidson leading with 2.7 seconds to go. And now what's going on? Now what? Now the officials pointing over to the Terrier bench. Try a timeout with the technical foul. That's the rule. After a technical foul, you can't buy a timeout. So that's how the Terriers is steal and/or a foul in a hurry. Allbauer looking to trigger. Gets it into Bree. He is fouled with 1.5 seconds for Michael Bree. Bree has not shot a free throw tonight. He is a 77% shooter. If he misses, the Terriers go to the timeout. First shot, no good. Chadwick with the rebound, launches it down the floor. Ball game. The winner, your final score tonight from Spartanburg, the Davidson Wildcats 67 and the Wofford Terriers 66. We are back with our post-game show after a 2-minute timeout.